I'm glad you brought Marcus Rashford up because, Rob, when you see a lot of the players who've come back from the World Cup, they seem to have had a bit of a drop-off if you look across the top 5 European leagues. This certainly isn't the case with Marcus Rashford. He's been on fire.
He has, and this really is just a continuation of the form that he showed in flashes at the World Cup. Obviously everyone will know that he scored a couple of goals at the World Cup, and there was talk about should he have started for England against France. He was part of that conversation at least. Then he's come back from Qatar, and he's been absolutely fabulous. He scored in every game. Obviously scored the winner against Man City at the weekend. Without putting too fine a point on it, he's in the form of his life. I mean, he's gone through these spells before where he's scored in consecutive games, but never on a run like this. And really, it's funny because Ten Hag spoke during the World Cup at their training camp in Spain and talked about Marcus Rashford having all the tools to be one of the best players in the world, but the thing he was lacking was consistency. And then Rashford's come back from the World Cup. He's arrived back at Carrington, and the one thing he started to deliver is consistency. And that's what really sets apart these top players. I don't think Marcus Rashford's talent has ever been in doubt. He's got everything that you need to be a top forward: the pace, the technical ability, the finishing ability. It's been that consistency. And we've mentioned Ronaldo earlier in the show. The one thing that he showed throughout his career is that consistency to find the net again and again and again. And it's obviously still very early for Marcus Rashford in this little run, but maybe this is the start of us seeing that with Marcus, that he is going to start delivering these huge numbers that we've seen Ronaldo and Messi put up. Mbappe has started to do that. Haaland's doing it in the Premier League. Maybe this is the start of us seeing Rashford join that group of elite strikers.
Before we move on from Manchester United, Rob, just a couple of updates. Will we see Wout Weghorst in the squad? And what's the latest with Jadon Sancho?
Yeah, Wout Weghorst is definitely in the squad. Obviously registered too late to play any part in the Manchester derby, but is in the squad. United have got injury doubts over Anthony Martial, who came off injured against City. Marcus Rashford picked up a knock as well. It was a surprise actually to see him come out for the second half against City because he looked like he picked up a little groin injury. It wouldn't be a massive shock to see Wout Weghorst start against Palace. Obviously, it would be very, very early because he only started training on Monday. But Ten Hag is having to shuffle his pack a little bit because he's got a huge game against Arsenal on Sunday. In terms of Jadon Sancho, yeah, good news. He's back training with the squad. Obviously, everyone will know that he took time away during the World Cup to work with individual coaches. He was then brought back to Carrington to work again with individual coaches. Joined in little group sessions, but then went out to train on his own again. Now we're led to believe that he's back with the group fully, and really it's just a next step about getting him a return to action. I don't think we'll see him against Palace. I don't think we'll see him against Arsenal either. He'll be eased back in very, very gently. And the message from Ten Hag all the way through this has been that it'll be Jadon who decides when he's ready. So great news that he's able to train with the squad again, that he feels that he's able to come back. And now the next step after that will be a return to the team, hopefully in the Premier League, Europa League, and we get to see him at his best soon.
Thanks so much for watching ESPN on YouTube. And for more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for premium content and live streaming, subscribe to ESPN Plus.